Welcome once again to another trading, another week. We're gonna be looking at the gold charts now. Like I always say, if you're a gold trader and you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna be losing money in the markets, right? Because gold can be very volatile, and that's the reason we make these videos for you guys. Every weekend we analyze the charts for the new week and share ideas with you guys and let you guys know what we're looking out for in the new week, right? So in this new week, we're gonna be doing the top-down analysis and let you guys know what we're going to be looking out for. Now, last week was an amazing week for us. We're on the daily time frame right now, and I remember last week we told you guys to look for certain opportunities, selling opportunities from specific zones and buying opportunities from specific zones, and price kind of like played out almost as I expected, but not perfectly, right? So if you remember, we got in on the buy at this point here. We got in on the buy at this point, 3290 level, right? Or 3285 level, there about. We got in on the buy, we held it to this point, closed on one trade on one account, and the other account I left it at break even. So let's see how it goes. Then we also took a sell somewhere around here, right? Before, and also, what am I saying? No, sorry, we took a sell from somewhere around here. Yes. Now initially was expecting price to push higher into the zone 3430 level, but price didn't. And when I saw the opportunity on the 1 hour 4 hour time frame, we took a sell from here, which we closed one account and left the other at break even, right? So that's still running. Maybe we'll share it on the screen, but you could go watch our previous videos, right? And then sometime this week that just closed, we took a sell also somewhere around here, 3364, also 336465 level. We took a sell from somewhere around here, and we're still holding that one to see how it goes. So let's do the top down analysis. Let's remove this first. We no longer need all this, yeah. So let's start from the monthly time frame. Now, if you remember what we've been saying for the past how many months now, let me hide this. We said that gold is generally bullish, right? We know that already, but gold now has been moving sideways for about 3-4 months, right? So in this current month that we're in the month of August, I anticipated that gold was most likely going to push up to this point where it has done that and then probably reject downwards, which we can see the rejection already. Now I'm looking at this particular candle closing quite bearish, right? And I said that last month, right? So I'm looking forward to this candle closing quite bearish. Probably gold might actually drop further, but like I said before, gold could do whatever it likes, right? So in as much as I'm anticipating for a bearish drop in this current month, we could actually see gold could just surprise us, and then we could just see it even break higher, but I'm not seeing that happening. I'm really looking forward to this particular month closing quite bearish, right? And probably when gold drops down lower, down to 3244 or even as low as 3125 level, right? Once we see gold dropping down significantly, then we could actually get in for more buying opportunities or buying entries that we could actually hold for quite some time, right? So let's see how it goes. Let's go down to the weekly. Let's see what we're seeing there. Now looking at the weekly chart, the weekly time frame, like we can see, gold is still within this entire consolidation, right? So what do I expect would happen? Now in this particular week, last week candle that just closed, um, I'm gonna be looking for price to most likely push back up to the 50% level of this previous week's candle, which if you see, it's around this support level that we have right over here. So if gold pushes up a little, then we could actually start looking for selling opportunities. But remember, mind you, I said I'm already in on some sells at different points, right? So let's just see how it goes. But if price pushes up into the 50% level, then you could actually look for selling opportunities from there. Now price might not Price might not reach the 50% level, right? It might bounce up from the 38% level, right? But let's just see. Let's see how it goes. Why is this place feeling stuffy? So let me mark the 50% level. This is where it is. All right. And mark this other one. Good. So let's remove this. So these are the levels I'm going to mark. So let's go to the daily. Let's see um, what things are looking like there. Now remember, like I said, gold is generally bullish, right? So we need to be quite careful when taking sells. And that doesn't mean that if we see a good selling opportunity, we won't take it. Like I told you, I got in on a sell at this point here, right? And then I also got in on a sell this week at this point, right? I'm still holding them. And remember, like I said, we're in on some buys here too as well. We've taken some profits on some accounts and we're still holding the other ones. So let's see how it goes. Now, like we said, if price should push up into the zone, then we could actually look for selling opportunities, which that's not looking bad, because if you see this daily candle here, this bearish engulfing candle, it engulfed these two candles that we have right over here, right? And gold has pushed up already after this candle and then rejected, even though it still closed green, right? So what could happen? We could see price push up just a little and then probably even drop lower to this point or even much lower. That could happen, but nothing is certain, right? So I think that's it. That's something. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see. This place is quite stuffy. Now if you look at this daily, I'm sure you can see something like a heads and shoulders pattern as well. Let me draw that for you. Something of this nature, even though it's not so perfect, I don't quite like it, right? So but let's leave that alone. Let's leave that. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see what things are looking like there. Now on the 4 hour, okay, on the 4 hour we can see this sort of a heads and shoulders pattern right here, right? You can see something like this, right? So if price breaks lower, price could come back up and then push down lower, right? So we could say this right here is the neckline. All right, so something like that. So if price breaks lower, if we see price breaks lower like this, right, then probably we could see price go back up, retest, and then even drop lower. That's an opportunity there, right? That's an opportunity there. There's an opportunity there. So something of that nature. And yeah, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. If price breaks below this point, then that's good. That's good. So we need to see what price does within this box. We need to see what price does within this box. If price breaks lower, then price is going to most likely keep dropping. So let's just see how it goes. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what's like. There's really nothing much here. You see, I try to make my trading quite simple. And when I give my analysis, I'm sure some people will be wondering, why is it that so simple? You know, why is it just so simple? But that's how trading should be. Be able to look at the charts and then know what you're seeing and know how to interpret it and know what to expect, right? So on the 1 hour, still the same thing. Let's see what price does within this box. If price breaks lower, then we continue with the drop. All right, if price breaks above higher, then it's most likely that price wants to keep pushing up. Okay, and I told you guys that I'm still in on a sell from somewhere around this point 3398, and I'm in on a sell from somewhere around this point, right? So got in on the sell around here, and we're still holding it. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. There's really not much here for me to say. There's really not much here for me to say. Yeah, so that's that. That's that. Let's see what happens within this box. Let's just see what happens. There's really not much there. So I'm just going to be waiting for the new week to start, and I'm just going to wait and see what happens within that box. But remember, let's go back to the 4 hour. Remember we said if you're looking for selling opportunities, right, if price pushes up into this point and starts giving us rejections, then we could actually sell again, right? That's what we said. So overall, I'm majorly looking for selling opportunities, right? But remember, gold is generally bullish, so we have to be smart about our sales. We have to be really smart about our sales. Now, if we get the sales we're looking for, right, and gold drops and drops lower, when price gets here, gold could as well, go up from there, or gold could just drop. Gold could drop. That could happen. So nothing is certain. Nothing is certain. We just need to watch what happens on the charts. Okay, we just need to watch what happens on the charts. Let's just watch. So that's that. I think that's all I can say. There's nothing really much. There's nothing really much here for me to say. But I'm favoring the sales more. So once price just pushes up a little, I start seeing the rejections I need. Like I said, price might not get up to this 50% level, right? Price might not do that, but even if price gets there and we start seeing the rejections we need from there, then we're going to actually take it and we're going to keep riding this market downwards and see what happens when price gets to this point. So I think that's all I have to say, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and if you're trading gold, how has your trading been, right? I do hope you guys have a wonderful trading week. Peace out, guys.